This segment is sponsored by Legacy Retirement Group.
And welcome back, everybody. So good to have you here. You know, when you think back when you first started sending those text messages, remember you had to learn that whole new language. There was LOL, BTW, BRB, all those hip references. Did you know when you retire, there are even more abbreviations you need to start learning? Back with us this morning, we have Greg and Kristen Taylor, the husband-wife team of Legacy Retirement Group. Good to have you both with us.
Good to be here.
Good to be back.
And Kristen.
I'm twinning with my son. The brace face is in full effect.
Yeah, she got braces, and you know a lot of people are, you know, going back to that again.
Yep,
So,
that jaw, you know.
I know, mine are moving
yeah.
around. Well, anyway, if you have not listened to them on the radio, they have Winning Retirement Radio. That's their program on WTVN, but you can also go to their website and find out more. Good to have you both here.
Good to be here.
All right, we're going to talk about something that is a new abbreviation for some. You may not have heard this. What is that abbreviation, Greg?
RMD.
RMD.
Yeah.
All right.
We get a lot of people in our office that say, I've got that RMD. What is that coming up? How much, what's the percentage?
Can you take penicillin for that? I don't know.
And I think we're programmed to know that RMD comes at age 70 and a half, but what exactly is it is the question that usually is across the table from us.
So explain what it is.
Right, so you have those IRAs that you've saved all your life and deferred taxes on, right?
Another abbreviation.
And even if you don't want the income out of those individual retirement accounts, the government says, we want our tax money.
Yes,
so you've got to take income out of that, and that's what a required minimum distribution is.
Yeah, it's required.
Yeah.
So it's not 70, it's not at age 71.
It's got to be difficult.
It's the year in which you turn age 70 and a half, and there is a little quirk that you can kick it forward to the next year and take two that following year if you're perhaps working and have high income, so that first year you can actually defer till the following.
What's the advantage of that?
Well, let's say someone has a high income this year, maybe they're going to retire.
Okay.
Then next year perhaps their income would be way lower, and so the
see.
required distributions would cost less in tax. But
Gotcha.
the fun part, Sean, is that if we don't take it, if we forget or otherwise just decide we're not going to, Uncle Sam says, wait a minute, if you don't take it, it's the biggest tax penalty in the tax code, 50% penalty of what you should have taken out.
What?
So if your required distribution was $10,000, you now owe Uncle Sam a $5,000 penalty. So please, please, please don't forget.
I mean, the biggest thing would be you have a good financial planner who reminds you of this, so you don't get slammed like that.
Well, not only that, but also uses it to, or incorporates it into your plan. So uses it as the income you're going to need anyway, and accounts for it, looks at it from a tax standpoint as well to make sure you're being as efficient as possible. Like he said, we can push that back the first year if we need to.
What's the time frame that you're supposed to take that? Is there a certain number of months? What do you think?
By the end of the year. On the year in which you turn 70 and a half. So as long as it's out by December 31st, no big deal.
Yeah, but you can take it out really any time, correct? I mean, if you find that you have an income need.
Oh, you mean
to actually take your RMD.
The additional years, yes. So the following years you can take it. So some people decide monthly makes the most sense. That way they can leave those dollars in as long as possible instead of taking one big chunk. Some people wait to the very end of the year to take the big chunk out so it does as much work as it can for you investing wise. So it just depends on the family and the situation.
And the need.
But just know it's a chart of numbers, again, to decide the amount. And it's the first year the divisor is 27.4. And then the divisor goes down from there, which makes the percentage go up.
Okay, and the older you get,
the more you're taking out.
The more you're taking out.
Yeah.
That's kind of a life expectancy thing, Sean. So the IRS says your life expectancy is 27.4 years at 70 and a half. So then the next year it's 26.5, then 25.6, then 24.7.
Isn't that kind of macabre? It's like, congratulations, you're going to live less.
If you want to listen.
You're going to live less, but here's more money.
More.
Okay, but here's more money. I love it. Okay, so if people want to talk to you guys, what is the offer, first of all, that you have today?
Well, there's a lot of questions like required minimum distributions, but it could be more. How much risk am I taking?
Got it.
How do I get dependable income? All those things, Sean, that's part of what we do in a portfolio x-ray. Check out and see where you're at now. and how you can make that work.
That's a $500 value. So call right now. These two would be happy to talk to you, and they have other qualified people in their practice. First 5 callers at that number. This could be yours, and then you'll know how to work the RMD yourself. And you can always go to legacyretirementgroup.com for more information. Thank you both for being here.
Good to be here.
Good to see you.